Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more, I almost said Stellaris, not Stellaris, back with more Hearthstone, where we are continuing our climb up back to rank 5, maybe, perhaps, rank 4, maybe later on. I got some good advice from asking competitive Hearthstone, and I shouldn't have been surprised by the harshness of their answers, but I did ask a little bit about the wall that people tend to hit at rank 5 and why people stop at rank 5 and why things get shaken up at rank 5. And the truth of the matter was, or the answer that I got I really liked. Some people say, yeah, it's where kind of the top cream of the crop everyone's trying to go through. It's harder to advance because you don't get bonus stars. That's true. But probably the best answer that I got was, you're an idiot. There's no wall. You're just making excuses, and you need to get better all the time anyway. But the worst thing you can do is just say there's a wall regardless. So we're going to try and get over the wall of my own making and see if we can go back to Tempo War, because when I was looking at the numbers, I thought I'd actually played more games at rank 5 than I ended up having played. I hadn't played what would even be called a statistically significant amount. So we'll see kind of where this goes. It could be I could have some good success on stream today. It could be I have some poor success. It could be that I face a lot of Zulocks and we're very happy. It could be that I face a bunch of Hunters, which is a terrible matchup, but there are some deck list flying around for a mid-range Hunter. So I'm expecting it to be pretty popular here. Let's see. Now, if it's Yogg and Load, I've finally crafted the cards to make a Yogg and Load, and I really wanted War Axe here. So this could be a bad game just to start, but that's okay. Like I said, we're gonna. Oh, that's a much better hand. Even if we have matchups like this, which I've only won like 20% of my games versus Hunter this season, and this is a Yogg and Load deck. We know this now. Let's go ahead and check for traps. So it's not Bear Trap. It's not Misdirection. I don't know why that's still being labeled there. It's not Bear Trap. It's not Explosive Trap. It could be Snake Trap. It could be whatchamacallit. Other traps here. Snipe. Okay. Actually, I'm not too upset about my Acolyte getting sniped there. As annoying as that feels. But Yogg and Load is it's actually a very fun deck. I'll make a separate video about it at some point. But what it boils down to is that you have pretty much you play Yogg Saron to try and get bored back after playing so many matches where you just pretty much go face. I don't know. Do I just pressure his face here? I feel like leaving Leok up is a bad move. Let's go face. Maybe I shouldn't have done it that way, but I feel like kind of experimenting because this is a completely foreign matchup to me as a war. So there's King's Elk, so that's going to attempt to draw Yogg Saron. It did not. Okay, well, Infested Wolf. Maybe it's not the list I thought it was. Still interesting. Alright, Frothing is alright here. Frothing does play pretty hard into King's Elk, unfortunately. Both of these cards do. But we have to take some risk, or not King's Elk. It does play pretty hard, unfortunately, into, what do we call this again? If we play you and Armor Smith and beat this thing with the axe, we could be in slightly better shape. This puts it out of Stampede and Kodo range. It gives us a possibility of getting a very good battle rage next turn, on top of being able to drop Bloodhoof Brave. So Houndmaster, the reason I shouldn't have just gone face. So quick shot to face. He's pretty much got this game on me now. What? What? I will take the win, but what the bleep was that? I wholly deserve to lose that game. Like, no question. That is some BS. BS in my favor, but BS just the same. Anyway, let's see, it's Priest. Priest is very good versus Control Warrior, so that's a decent meta matchup here. Armor Smith is not great versus Priest. I really want War Axe. So we're going to mulligan super hard for it. And not get it. Nice thing about Bloodhoof Brave is... There's the War Axe again. Hi, War Axe. Nice to see you.
Greetings.
A lot of the Priest list are not playing Northshire Cleric right now. This would be one of them. I'm going to play this now. If he oozes me, whatever. I'll be disappointed, but we just live with it. Okay, Curator. Well, we're just going to play on curve. He's going to have to deal with this at some point. Since it's probably Control Priests, I'm going to need to pressure his face, which is... Oh, that's new. Wow. He's got to have either other Circle of Healing in hand, or that is a panic move. Normally this is where I play Bloodhoof Brave on an empty board. I've been watching some Ty's videos, and now suddenly I'm talking like Ty's, calling it Bloodhoof almost. Yeah, and that's another thing that's important to do sometimes. Just step back and say, well, how can I possibly improve my play from time to time? And sometimes it's just doing something like this. Well, somebody really must have a handful of board clear or something, because that is both Circles of Healing to do whatever you call that trade. Alright, well, since I have the Arathi Weaponsmith, I have a very off-curve hand. Slam doesn't draw me anything anyway. So I'm anywhere between confused or befuddled about what's going on with Cool Cats and why he would circle the way he did. Alright, so there's the Northshire. I think we take her out first. Armor Smith's a good draw here. Let's slam first. Alright, Korkron equals Chargetron. And that's okay. I mean, we can get a little cute here, I think. How cute do we want to get is the question. I mean, we're definitely doing this. If I play the other Korkron, it subjects me to Shadow Madness. If I play the Armor Smith, it can get swiped by Cabal. This gets swiped by Cabal too, so we can't do that. Let's do this. We're just going to make sure he doesn't have anything stuck on the board. That seems reasonable. As long as he didn't pull like a Varian from that, because I believe Shifting Shade is from your opponent's deck. Hey Yumaz, sorry, I just saw your message. For all I know, you've been here... Oh, that's not terrible. You've been here for a while, but hope you're doing good. I really hope my stream quality's better. I have a few drop frames, unfortunately, which sucks because I was previously not having drop framed issues. Alright, what are we going to do? You know, let's go... This feels a little all in at this point. But if we want board presence, and he's used both circles, and he has a War Axe up, might as well. Not going to give him the Cabal target for the Bloodhoof Brave. And we have 4 damage in hand with the Arathi Weaponsmith and Slam. So, because he's used both of his Circles of Healing, we're in a better position. I assume that's a death. That's good information. This is a Holy Nova is what I want to know. Excavated Evil. Alright, well that's armor for me. Healing for him. Kind of a useless card for me in my hand, but that's okay. We're just going to pressure face. Okay, Fiery War Axe is good here. I mean, he's not giving me a lot to slam at this point. So he must have just had all the board removed. But the sooner we can finish this game, the better. I think that was one of the things that I kind of got away from as I was playing rank 5 some more, or rank 5, rank 6 some more, is that this is a tempo deck. When I have enough tempo, I need to just start going face. Prophet Velen, does he have the OTK? Inquiring minds would like to know. Fortunately for me, I can take out Velen. Unfortunately, I don't have lethal. Yet. Let's slam it. Well, look at that useless card. Alright, how do we want to do this? We might as well just run our weapons in here, drop the monkey, and save... now that it's possible that he has Harrison in his hand, we kind of want to save this. But we can't let Velen live. We're very fortunate that he didn't get his hero power up. But we're in the lead. He's used one of his power plays. This is like the OTK deck that has not been working for me very well. So second shade. We can axe that. We can axe that. We have a lot of ways to win. We could Excavated Evil here. But we're not going to. Cairn is too good of a drop. It survives too many things, and it's amazing versus Priest. Alright. Let's see. Do I care about your board at this point? I think I do. So we're going to do this.
Strike.
We can try and go for it for next turn. Present lethal on board. Once again, let the priest stick nothing to the board. That's 2 parts of card draw engine gone.
Behold the armies of
well, hello. This is always like the nightmare, isn't it? Pyromancer, Curator, so he doesn't get those battle cries. Shifting Shade. How many Shifting Shades do you have? Oh well. That's... I swear, whenever I play Priest, they get Shifting Shade. But we are back to rank 5, so that is a plus. So we're at 2-0, and it's another Priest. If this is the day of Priests, I don't know what to say. I do know that I don't want Ravaging Ghoul or Armor Smith. I'll take Fierce Monkey, that trades pretty well. I mean, I see why... Ugh, barf. I see why people are playing Priest. Priest has a very good matchup versus Control Warrior, and Control Warrior is incredibly popular right now. That's the 3rd game in a row where our first draw has been Axe. I will happily take that.
Greetings.
But I wasn't expecting to see a OTK Velen Priest, that's for sure. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. If he oozes us, so be it. We get oozed. A lot of the Priest decks these days are not teching in Ooze. They're teching in Harrison Jones. Which, my take on that is, to be perfectly honest... Okay, first off, we are actually going to use Blood to Ichor to go ahead and draw a card here. Mainly to get a little bit of board presence, get a little bit of pressure. And just to draw another card. Ensure that we get 2 draws here. Or if he uses Shadow Word Pain, at least 1 card draw. So an Execute's a good get here. But, what was I saying before? A lot of the Priest lists are running Harrison, but I don't think Harrison, at least in this metagame, is like the greatest of all time weapon counter here. Mainly, and I'm really glad that I did what I did before. Alright. We're going to save you. I think it's probably better if I just taunt up. We have a decent turn next turn. Yeah, this is more your standard control, which means he's either looking to out-fatigue me, which means we need to get pretty aggressive with our pressure. Fortunately, we have a hand that can do that pretty well. But back to the Harrison point. Ooze seems to be a little bit more of a relevant way to counteract weapons. So here we go. I say that, and then he takes out my weapon. So what do I know? Is Battle Rage okay here? I don't really want to execute Harrison. Let's see if we can slam him or something. Varian's an okay draw. Ravaging Ghoul is actually a really good draw. Taunt is not nearly as valuable here. And whirlwind effects are actually kind of a liability for big North Shore plays. Even though I just said in the last game that priests are not really running North Shore like they can. Right now, I've been able to draw into my deck way harder than the control priest. And the reason I'm taking out Harrison there, even though I said he doesn't pose that much of a threat, he did get 1 card draw, but I'll be getting 3 card draws off of Acolyte, which is fantastical. So there's already Golden Monkey map. And Doomsayer. What I want to know, is this a Cthulhu Priest? Alright. I'm going to be a little wary of dropping these without some kind of activator. Unless he wants to steal something else. I think that's not worth an execute, considering what kind of deck he's running. So I'm just going to go for the straight up damage. Doesn't seem like it's a N'Zoth priest. Seems like it's just pretty much a standard control. Which I don't necessarily win this matchup by armoring up, but I need to create board states that help me out a little more, so I'd rather have this guy out. If I am going to get board cleared, I do have cards that answer that pretty well. And that's 1 Doomsayer gone. Now I've just got to start pressuring. I have a significant card draw advantage.
I have no time.
So there's Sylvanas. That's alright. What's the old rule for Sylvanas? Don't play something that you can't actually kill later. So if we go like this, we're still not going to execute. Alright. This seems fine. I want to save this attack just in case. Okay, so we got the Armor Smith. That's good news for me. So that means I can Battle Rage Frothing. Yeah, Battle Rage Frothing seems fine. Not in that order, this order, though, because I do not want that to get taken. Alright, so we got a lot more cards. That's 4 attack, which is kind of the sweet spot. Second Ravaging Ghoul, which will be very good to play with Bloodhoof. And this poses a significant threat on the board. He may have to board clear here, I'm not sure. I typically like to be getting the life total of the Control Priest down a lot more by now, but he did drop Sylvanas. I don't play Brawl, so if this is a N'Zoth, which it doesn't seem like it is, but if this is a N'Zoth Priest for some reason, we can make it work. Because I've got answers in hand. He's not using any of his board clears, unlike the last priest, which just blew his load really fast. He had 2 circles. I guess it's because he was just going hyper board control. But that's not how you play that deck. It's like if he Golden Monkeys all these cards, I'm gonna be a little scared. I kind of want him to drop something big that I can ghoul execute. Oh. Okay. Okay. I will accept that. Alright. How big do we want to go here? He's already used Harrison, so I doubt he has other weapon removal. We do have Malcrook, which I could use to take this out and put a big body on the board. I kind of want to save the Whirlwind effect here if I can, so let's... The alternative is to play more efficiently by dropping Karen. Karen's never a bad option. That's fine. Let's see if we can get a death out. Or if he has a second entomb. I know he's not super happy about using that entomb there. But now we've got to really crank up the pressure here. Because especially if he gets Justicar out, the longer this game goes on, the more he's favored. And maybe I've been a little bit playing Trader Joe a little bit too much. But I've got everything I need in my hand to win. I just need to play it. Alright. It's like everything you have in your hand is scary. Which just goes back to the point of what was the mantra I said at the very beginning. Just play games. Pyromancer. What's the play? Okay. Wow, double weapon removal. Did not actually expect that. That is a top deck for sure, though. Alright. So let's see here. If we play 4-3... The problem with that is that I want to take this guy out. So 4, 3, and 3. That's 10. I think executing the Acolyte's worth it. So let's do that. So that's 8 mana. That's fine. We win with card advantage in this matchup. Like, it'd be nice to drop a monkey there, or a fierce monkey, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have stuff on board, even if it does leave me susceptible to a board clear. I can have a potentially very good Varian coming up. But this is, for those of you that have asked before, this is kind of what tempo is about. This is a good example of a tempo versus control game. Because he's letting me play into his play style a little bit. So there's Holy Good for him. Lesser Heal. Slam is a very nice top deck here. Let's go ahead and use it. So we'll just trade this body in. War Axe is good here. Now that I think about it, I think I value having the minion down a little bit more. I can afford to take 6 damage here. Control Priest is not really one about putting a lot of pressure on the board. I mean, I guess the other question is, what's the difference between face damage versus weapon at this point? Is one going to make a difference? Let's do it like this. And it's time to smork. Smorkity smork, smork, smork. I'm actually flying through my deck really fast, and I still haven't done a lot to his face. So he's itching a card that he's had the whole game right there. I don't know what that's going to turn into.
Let me change your
Look, ball. Okay, Ichor's good because that actually prevents the next move here. Alright.
I have an axe to grind.
Yeah, I don't want to get double caballed at this stage. And let's see here. War Axe. We could trade this out. I just wonder how good our trade options are at this rate eventually.
For honor.
Yeah, we'll make this one last trade. We have Varian next turn. So I'm on 2 cards that can draw 3. I've drawn through most of my deck. This at least gets some value out of the first Cairn body. And I said, I'm not exactly sure if that was the right play. Maybe I said I was going to go on the Smork plan. I'm not going to worry myself about the Armor Smith anymore. Okay, so what's that card? So now he's saving it. Okay.
Just a pinch of it.
Alright. That is indeed a combo. Setting up a big frothing seems pretty good here, but I think Varian may give me some more potential solutions. Whirlwind is okay. Bloodhook is good. Slam is okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and take this out. And we need to start putting pressure. We're almost out of cards. I was really hoping to draw Rag or Grom out of that, but at least we know they're coming because we have 3 minions left in our deck. I can tell that from the deck tracker. So is this going to be Alkanai Circle? He could conceivably Alkanai Circle and Tomb, which would be really problematic. It's going to be Excavated Evil if he's going to make that trade. Or Holy Nova.
The Earth are upon us.
Well, at least we know this is the point where we stop caring about what's in his hand. Okay, Rag. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. I think I'm even going to trade in the, I think I'm going to trade in the Slam here. So that'll get us one closer to fatigue. And then I guess the next question is, if I trade this over here like that, that puts me one step closer to getting Alkanai circled really hard, and I would rather... I'm okay with either result here. We could get the 50-50, or we could just end the game. We're about to hit fatigue, though. Alright. So he's got 13 cards. I can't believe I've outdrawn someone that well. So just fired up Stellaris for the first time. How you like it, Yumaz? Oh, Insane. Yeah, Insane is once you learn the mechanics of the game, Insane becomes a bit more manageable. I'm really looking forward to some of the diplomatic changes in the game to see how that plays out. So did he get the other circle that he needed? Yes, he did. Alright. So heal on Varian. Out of cards. So do we have lethal on board? I don't think so. Alright, well we'll do it like this.
For the War Chief! Be thirsty.
So 4, 8. Try and go for the turn 2 lethal. Oh yeah, the soundtrack is amazing. It's nice just work music to play in the background sometimes for me too. So let's see here. Unless he's playing Reno, and I don't think he's playing Reno, we have lethal in hand. So Entomb, a little late on the Entomb there, but we outlasted the priest. That's a big positive.
Well played.
Alright, so 1 fatigue damage. Don't even need to play the Grom in him. He knows I have the Grom. I mean, it's the same tempo deck list that everyone else is playing. But yeah, Stellaris soundtrack is amazing. That is true. And just like that, we are back at... oh, we got 40 gold. That's more important, isn't it?